Hi, this is Jackie.
And this is Jason.
And today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Asus Padfone for you all.
Alright. Padfone. There you go. Now, what are we looking at?
So the Padfone has a 4.3-inch screen and weighs in at 129 grams.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty light.
That's because there's no battery in it.
Right, in here, right? Okay.
And let's take a look at the contents of the box now.
Here we go. I found it.
If you'd like to pass that to me, I can get the phone up and running.
Most certainly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, what else do we have in here? And from what I can tell, it looks like a USB.
So that's the micro USB cable that's used for charging as well as connecting the phone to your computer.
Good. And what else? So we have a pair of headsets.
Yes, and I've read a lot of reviews and apparently these headsets are better than the ones that you normally get in the box.
Oh, excellent. Mine broke. I'm going to use a new pair. And what else we have? Charger. This is actually more important than most of them. The Padfone, not only does this charger work for the Padfone, but it's also for the Padfone Station and actually can charge the keyboard as well. So, important thing to have.
Okay, so now let's take a look at the phone itself.
Alright, thank you very much. Alright, these backs horse tricky. Now, the thing with these is that because they're clip-ons, you have to make sure that just use your thumbs and gently but firmly push it in. Have the edges sticking out. Wait for the clicks. There we go.
Okay, so
excellent.
if you'd like to turn that on,
Righto.
now I'll go through some of the specs. So the Padfone has a Samsung Super AMOLED screen that's Gorilla Glass with an extra hard coating as well. So it is definitely not going to be scratched up anytime soon. The casing is aluminium, and if you take a look at the back, there's actually a nice ripple effect, which isn't just for looks, it actually helps to prevent buildup of fingerprints on the back of the phone.
Great.
So on the back as well, you can see there's an 8 megapixel camera with an LED flash, and on the front is a front-facing VGA camera.
Front-facing VGA. Here we go. Yeah.
So the processor that this phone runs on is the dual-core Qualcomm Snapdragon S4. It has 1 GB of RAM, and the operating system is Android Ice Cream Sandwich.
Should I know what any of that means? Okay, well, that's great. Now let's go look at the station.
Let's move on to the Padfone Station.
Right.
So now we're going to show you a side-by-side comparison of the Apple iPad compared to the Padfone Station. The iPad weighs in at 660 grams compared to the Padfone Station, which is 720 grams. So not only is the Padfone Station heavier, it's actually a little bigger in dimension, but it does have a 1.5 gigahertz processor compared to the iPad, which only has a 1 gigahertz processor.
You sure that this is heavier? Because it feels lighter to me.
The phone's not inside yet.
Right, okay.
So the iPad has a 5 megapixel camera on the back and a 0.6 megapixel camera on the front, whereas the Padfone Station, on the back, it has an 8 megapixel camera, and that's actually where the phone goes, so it uses the phone's camera.
That's why.
And on the front it has a 1.3 megapixel camera, and which is actually better than the phone's front-facing VGA camera.
Really? That's
so
interesting.
if you do make any video calls, it's better to do it on the tablet as opposed to the phone. Now the iPad has 10 hours of continuous use time, whereas the Padfone Station has 14 hours of continuous use, which we'll elaborate on more later.
I have no idea how to show that.
So, now would you like to hand me the iPad? And we're going to show you how the Padfone goes into the station.
Yeah, we have our Padfone right here, and it should already be on. So unlock that.
So the Padfone actually slides in very nicely into the back of the case. I would call this a case because it's actually just an empty shell, and once you put the phone in, it runs off the phone.
Alright, just slide this in.
The Asus Padfone Station sports an LED screen.
Oh, it vibrates when you put it in.
Okay, so if we close that, you can see that the Padfone Station turns on immediately once we put the phone in.
Yeah.
And now we'll also show you how it works with the keyboard. So the Padfone Station was made to work with the Transformer Prime keyboard, but it's actually compatible with the Asus Pad Transformer keyboard,
that's what
which
we have
is
here.
that's the one that we have now. So if you just slide that in,
okay, right there,
and we should hear a nice little click when that goes in. So there's 1 click, 2 clicks.
Excellent.
Okay, so if you open that up, it looks just like a little netbook.
Very nice. Okay.
So now what we're going to show you is how to remove the phone from the back of the Padfone Station.
Unlock it.
Unlock that to release it.
Comes right out.
And the Padfone Station actually has a really nifty way of removing the phone. If you pull down the case to about 90 degrees, that didn't sound good.
Well,
if you pull it down to 90 degrees, it's actually got a latch that pushes the phone out.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
90 degrees, pushes it out. I think you don't want to go any further than 90 degrees.
So there you have it. We have the Padfone Station and the Padfone and the Pad Transformer keyboard.
Knocked up 9 months ago, and what she finna have, she don't